Hey guys, so we're going to practice making poses, realistic poses, using a stick person as a base. And usually I'm very against drawing stick people. And the reason that is because a lot of times this is the kind of stick person that I get when people draw them. And that's not really going to help you learn how to draw a person because it's super basic and real people don't look like that. If you draw stick people more like this, where you're actually showing the arms and the legs and letting them bend, that's something that we can actually use. And so by creating a dynamic stick person, a person that looks like they're moving or in a pose, then you can actually kind of go around it with sort of a gingerbread man body, a bubble, a contour line, an outline, and then turn that into a detailed picture. So what we'll do is just fill this page with interesting stick people and then make them into real people. So the first one I have here, the example, I really spread the arms and legs out because I wanted to make it clear and easy to do. So that's going to make it easier if you have the arms and legs spread out. You know, let's say this one's doing like a hey. That's going to be easier when you go to do the bubbling to separate where the arm and leg go. So that person, I can tell, like, their arms are up here, their legs are down there, there's no overlapping or anything. You could also have the person, you know, maybe their arms are going in the same direction. Maybe they're overlapping. That's going to be harder when you go to do the bubbling to make it a realistic person. But it's not impossible. You just have to remember 3D overlapping. This one, which I'm going to color in here, is in front of that one. Same thing, this leg is going to be in front of this leg. So it's a little trickier, but that's a skill that you need to learn anyway to make things overlap to look more realistic. So go ahead and try out some poses where the arms and legs are on top of each other. Fill up the page. So how about one like this? I've seen people do cross arms like that before. I'm going to try to draw some of the next ones with the light stick person because then it's a little easier to add detail. So let's try a light stick person. So then when I go and do and then since the stick person's lighter, it's easier to go in and be like, okay, this is a shirt, you know, here's their hair. So I want you to fill up the page with poses and try to make each of them into a real person. I don't want every person to be standing the same way. If everyone stands like this is boring, and this is going to be not a very good person. Think about how people really look when you make your stick person. So this, if I actually did the bubble thing, it's going to end up being a very strange looking person in proportions wise, because look how long the neck is compared to the body. Like, let's go put details on him. Like, look how short his arms are. This guy's got issues, right? You can still do it, but it's kind of silly. So think about, where you put the head. You need to have, a body long enough to make sense. When you put the arms on, don't just stick them straight on the neck. There needs to be kind of a shoulders, and then the arms. There needs to be kind of some hips, and then the legs, and then little feet. So this person's going to look a lot better proportion-wise when I make them into a real person. There's something called foreshortening. So if a body part is coming towards us, like if my hand's pointing towards you, it's going to look different than if it's sideways from me, right? You can see my entire finger here, but if I point it towards you, become round, right? So when you're drawing a person, if their arm or something's pointed towards you, say this one's at his side, but let's say this one is pointing at us, you're not even going to see all of it, because this one's pointing towards us. It's going to be rounded. So when I go to outline that, this arm is pointed towards me. So you're not going to see all of it. Some of it's going to be hidden behind itself. Okay guys, so try different poses, have fun. I want you to fill the page out and make up lots of different ways to stand. If all your characters only stand one way, it's really boring and it doesn't really show anything about their personalities or what they're doing. So I want to see action. Bye.